Today's review is Nintendo Switch Sports. This game came out on April 29th of 2022. But is the successor of Wii Sports better than the highly played original? That's what we're here to find out. The game currently comes with 6 sports to play, with an additional sport to arrive later this year. Players can choose between volleyball, badminton, bowling, tennis, chambara, soccer. Unfortunately, if you wanted classic sports like baseball and boxing, you'll have to find other games to satisfy your tastes. Welcome to Volleyball, my least favorite sport of the game. In this game, you and 3 other players play in teams of 2 as you try to be the first team to score 5 points. The reason I dislike this game mode is primarily because the game forces you to get your timing just right and choose what move you're playing automatically. Rather than have the freedom to make the move myself, the game tells me which direction to swing the Joy-Con, and even if you do, if you don't swing them just right, you get penalized.
Falcon Punch!
1, 2.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
3, 5. Match over.
Now, despite losing here, like the wimp I am, the game still rewards play with points, which can then be used to get customization options, so I can customize my avatar. We'll go more into that feature later in the video. On to the next sport. Now what you're seeing here is the obligatory force reminder to attach the Joy-Con strap to your Joy-Con. When you buy the physical edition, you get the game, as well as a leg strap for soccer. What they did not include was a Joy-Con strap. Now I know, you get one with the purchase of a Nintendo Switch. But that's not the point! Anyways, on to badminton. Badminton is a fun sport to play. I haven't had any issues so far, but when it comes to actually playing it, the game often feels like once the shuttlecock goes back and forth, it's not stopping anytime soon.
Love.
Oh fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
Now I know badminton and tennis are 2 different types of sports, but honestly, I would have preferred a much different sport here rather than 2 that are racket-based. Personally, basketball or archery would have been my preferred choice. We've hit 100 points! Now it's time to show you what I mean by customization. Here is where you spend your points, and while you can't specifically pick the reward that you want, the good news is that once a reward is picked, you don't have to worry about duplicates. I hope I get the cute tennis racket. Well, it's not a racket, but I could still use it as one. Let's move on to bowling. Bowling in this game has a twist to it. In this game, you can bowl with up to 16 people in a bowling battle royale. You stay in the game by getting a high score. When it comes to the sport itself, nothing has changed about it, and it's still amazing as always. This is my favorite sport in the entire game. Now in filming this, the first 2 games I did super poorly. I mean, I didn't even get past the first round.
Finish.
It's only when I got to the 3rd game that I did great, but that's when disaster struck. Let's take a watch.
Nice spare.
Man, this home screen straight after the disconnect really hits you deep. Anyway, let's get rid of that emotional baggage and let's move on to soccer.
Soccer.
Is this the part of the game where I use the leg strap that I had to pay an extra $10 for?
I guess not.
Let's go.
In soccer, it's a 6-person game with teams of 2, representing the colors of Blue's Clues and Magenta. Soccer is super fun. It's essentially Rocket League with people instead of cars, and like most sports in real life, I suck at it. If you do really bad, you eventually unlock this rare golden ball that if you stare in awe as the other team strikes it into the goalpost, you get depression. More clothes! Next up is Chambara. Chambara is a sword sport between 2 people that ends once someone gets knocked out twice.
Chambara.
Before playing, you get 3 options of swords: a regular sword, a charged sword, and dual swords. I played with all 3, and here's how that went.
Finish.
That was fun. On to the last sport.
Play.
Tennis is also as good as you remember. Played 1v1, this sport is not only the better racket sport over badminton, but it's just solid fun overall. The only thing that is missing is the tennis grunts and the audience making noises the longer the round goes. And that's all the sports. Overall, I'd say the game is a solid 7.5 out of 10. I love the game and find myself keep coming back to it. At some point, I do want other modes. I know golf will be added in the future, but hopefully they'll add more than just that, maybe basketball, archery, or cycling. One thing that's heavily missing though is the NPCs that you would face in the original Wii Sports. Prime example being Matt, the OG legend. He's so pretty! Regardless, this game, despite some of its very few faults, is still a game that you should pick up and play when you get the chance. Thank you guys for watching. If you have another game you want me to review, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.